For years now, the smartphone world has been waiting for one specific thing: a foldable iPhone. I mean, Samsung and a bunch of others have been out there, experimenting, trying to figure it out, while Apple's just been watching. But you know what? It looks like that wait is almost over. Today, we're going to dive into how Apple is planning to not just enter the foldable market, but completely rewrite the rulebook.
Okay, so I know what you're probably thinking. Is Apple way too late to the party here? Haven't Samsung and Motorola already cracked this code? And look, that's a totally fair question. It's the one on pretty much everyone's mind.
But here's the thing you have to remember about Apple. They don't really play catch-up. They've been playing the long game, patiently watching, learning from everyone else's mistakes, and getting ready to do what they always do: completely redefine a product category.
So, let's get right to it. The biggest news is that the foldable iPhone isn't just a rumor anymore. It's really happening. Sources deep in the supply chain have confirmed that Apple is officially in the game.
And this is where it gets really interesting. Apple isn't just building one foldable. Nope. They are actively developing and testing two completely different designs. This tells you everything you need to know about their strategy. They aren't just dipping their toes in the water, they're exploring what the future of the iPhone itself could actually be.
So what are these two mystery prototypes? Well, it's shaping up to be a classic showdown. You've got the book-style fold, which is all about power, versus the clamshell style, for people who just want something that fits in their pocket better.
So on one side, you have the powerhouse. The idea here is basically a mini iPad that folds up to fit in your pocket. It's built for getting real work done, for serious multitasking. And on the other side, the pocketable. This is a full-sized iPhone that just folds in half. It's all about convenience. It's really a classic battle: power versus portability.
Now, let's zoom in on the book-style model, because all signs point to this being Apple's main bet. We're talking a massive 7.8-inch inner display, and the big rumor is that Apple is absolutely obsessed with getting rid of that screen crease we see on other foldables. Then you throw in a next-generation A20 chip, and that's not just for watching videos. That's the kind of power you need to run pro apps and truly multitask on a screen this big. It's a workhorse.
And then you have the clamshell. This is a totally different beast. The goal here is super simple. Take the iPhone you already know and love and just make it smaller, make it more pocket-friendly. Now this one seems to be a little more experimental at this stage, but you can't deny the appeal of a truly compact iPhone. But listen, Apple dropping a new phone is about more than just a cool new gadget. This is going to send shockwaves through the entire industry, and analysts, like the ones at Counterpoint Research, are already predicting a huge shakeup. If you look at the foldable market right now, for 2025, it's basically a toss-up. The book-style phones have a tiny little edge at 52%, but it's pretty much an even split. It's really anyone's game. But now, look at this. This is the projection for 2026 after the iPhone Fold comes out. The book style is expected to lead to 65% of the entire market. That is a massive swing. It shows that Apple's decision to focus on a productivity device is probably going to pull the entire industry along with it.
And like Counterpoint Research says right here, Apple's entry is going to materially influence leadership and accelerate broader market adoption. So, what does that mean in plain English? It means Apple's about to make the book-style foldable the new gold standard for everyone.
And the ripple effect? It's already starting. I mean, the foldable iPhone hasn't even been announced yet, and competitors are reportedly scrambling to design their own wider book-style devices just to keep up. That's the kind of gravity the Apple ecosystem has. So that brings us back to the original question. Why the long wait? Well, it all comes down to Apple's classic, time-tested playbook for jumping into a new market. Come on, we've all seen this movie before, right? First, Apple just sits back. They study the market, they watch their rivals, and they take detailed notes on what works and what doesn't. Then, they experiment like crazy behind closed doors, testing out all the possibilities. After that, it's just relentless refinement. They wait until the technology is perfect, and then finally, they make their grand entrance with a product that isn't just trying to compete, it's there to define the entire category. So, what does all of this actually mean for the phone in your pocket? Well, we could be looking at the beginning of a true mainstream moment for foldable phones. You see, Apple isn't interested in just selling a cool gimmick. Their goal here is to take the foldable phone from being this niche gadget for tech nerds and turn it into an absolutely essential tool for everyone's work and life. They want to make a device you feel like you just can't live without. Which really just leaves us with one last massive question. For almost 20 years now, the smartphone has been this flat, unchanging rectangle of glass. With Apple finally officially placing its bet on a foldable future, are we about to see the end of that era? Is the glass slab on its way out? Well, we're going to have to wait and see.